So you've spent all this time mastering the basics of the Guzheng, right? You've got the fingerings, you've run the drills, you know your scales. But now comes the really exciting part, turning all that hard work into actual, beautiful music. Today, we're going to make that leap from just practicing to really performing. You know that feeling, don't you? If you've ever learned an instrument, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can play all the right notes in your drills, but when it's time to play a real song, something just feels missing. It's like you're standing on one side of a canyon and the music is on the other. So how do we build that bridge?
Well, the first step is just understanding what comes after those fundamentals.
And this is a huge shift in how you think about practice. I mean, we're moving away from just building muscle memory. Now we're building context, meaning. From here on out, every single technique you use will have a purpose inside a real melody. And trust me, that is when the real learning and the real fun kicks in. Okay, so with those fundamentals locked in, you find yourself at a bit of a crossroads. There are basically two main paths you can take from here, and each one is designed for a different kind of musician. Let's break them down. On one hand, you've got the exam path. This is the formal, structured track, focused on getting certified and mastering officially graded pieces. But on the other hand, you've got the repertoire path, and this one is all about the joy of playing, diving straight into beautiful, recognizable songs. Both paths are fantastic, but for our journey today, we're taking the repertoire path. We're diving right into the music. All right, welcome to the repertoire path. Your journey into melody starts right now with 3 very carefully chosen pieces. Each one is designed to build not just your skills, but your confidence too. Here's our game plan. We're going to start with a super familiar and fun Jingle Bells. Then we'll move on to a really playful Chinese children's song called Little Trumpet, and we'll finish up with the deeply emotional Mother's Kiss. You'll see how each one builds perfectly on the last. But here's the secret. This isn't just a playlist. Think of these songs as a curriculum in disguise. Seriously. Each one is like a Trojan horse, designed to sneak in and help you perfect the techniques you've been learning in isolation. This is where those drills finally become artistry. You can really see the logic here, can't you? We kick things off with Jingle Bells to lock down our rhythm and precision, using a technique called quo. Then, with Little Trumpet, we build on that foundation, adding a beautiful melodic fluency with techniques like hua and chanyin. It's a very deliberate path, from rhythm to melody. So let's zoom in on that first technique, quo. What it is a simultaneous pluck with your thumb and middle finger, and it creates this bright, almost harp-like chord. When you hear that crisp, punchy rhythm in Jingle Bells, that's what you're hearing. It's the sound of a perfectly timed quo just giving the song all its energy. And hey, a quick pro tip for Jingle Bells. You've got to pay super close attention to your left hand. That fa note, it needs a really precise press to bend the pitch just right. It's one of those small details that makes a huge difference in getting the melody to sound perfect. Okay, so if guo gives us the rhythmic skeleton of the song, our next technique, chanyin, basically gives the music its breath. This is your classic vibrato. After your right hand plucks the note, your left hand gently presses down on the string, making the sound kind of waver and sustain. This is the technique that makes a melody really sing. And this next technique is just pure fun. Ban chan hua is this little decorative flourish that you play right before the main beat. Think of it like a quick, graceful little slide into the main note. It adds this wonderful flowing character to the music that you'll really feel when you play Little Trumpet. So we've built our rhythm, we've added fluency, but there's one final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it's the most important one. This is the step where we stop being just a technician and start becoming an artist. The entire goal of our final piece, Mother's Kiss, is captured in this one simple phrase: to experience the emotional expression of music. This isn't about just hitting the right notes anymore. It's about telling the story that's behind them. This final piece is a beautiful combination of everything we've just covered. It uses glissando, it uses vibrato, but it also introduces 2 new absolutely crucial elements: a deep focus on emotional expression and this advanced left-hand technique known as zuoyun. So what exactly is zuoyun? The translation, making charm, is just perfect. This isn't one single move. It's the entire art of the left hand. It's how it shapes the sound after the note has been plucked. It's the subtle press, the little hesitation, that controlled vibrato. You know, if the right hand gives the guzheng its voice, zuoyun is what gives it its soul. And this right here, This is the moment every musician is chasing. It's when all those hours of drills and repetition just become invisible. They fade into your muscle memory. You're not thinking about how to play anymore. You're simply expressing what you feel. That's the real transformation.
So, I'll leave you with this thought to chew on. Think about any skill you've ever dedicated yourself to. It could be music, painting, anything at all. When was that turning point for you? When did the disciplined repetition of just practicing finally blossom into the freedom of real art?